Hey guys, George here, and today what I'd like to bring to you is having had the occasion to play Stukas, or rather against Stukas, um, I'd like to bring you a real game example of how to use air power, or an example of how air power is played out. And of course, there are Stuka 39s involved. And the scenario we're playing is with Mark Dennehy, U-25 breakout from Warsaw. So we're going to go through the log and explain to you what's going on with respect to the air power. So here we're in the rally phase. His Stukas came on board last turn, and they're going to be activated. There they are. They're going to be activated during my movement phase. So here we are during the rally phase. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's no wind. Trying to rally some units. And Mark, on the other hand, tried to repair some units. He has two tanks that are mouthed. A couple of his units come back up, and a couple of mine don't. Here it is. Here it is. Let's focus in on that. I went right away to movement other than doing some opportunity fire. Now, I can't disclose to you where my heavy machine guns are, but there are heavy machine guns in this game for the Russians, and I'm playing the Russians. And they are the support weapons that can fire light AA fire. And my only tanks that have AA fire were these babies. Now, I crew exposed them right off the bat because I'm expecting the Stukas to come on board and lay waste to me. But as soon as I crew exposed the first tank, I announced my intention to move. That was my opponent's first target. So it's a point attack, meaning he starts from adjacent for a Stuka bombing run, and he'll use his bomb against them, but not before firing first with his machine guns, which are, I believe, 4 firepower. Alright, so let's move right there along. He announces the attack. It's a bombing run. And here we're trying to figure out the task check. And he correctly points out that the attack is subject to a +1 DRM, because if you look at this sighting task check TC DRM on page Echo 14, Rule 7.3, there is a +1 if the target is within 4 hexes of a non-hip vehicle multi-man counter friendly to and in the loss of the aircraft. So he's pointing out to the 838 and the flamethrower being within 4 hexes. And my question was, if you have more than one unit, is that +1 DRM cumulative? And it did not say per unit, it said to a unit. So it's simply a straight up +1 there. The target is vehicular. So that's a -1. And a target is not entirely concealed or hip. That's another -2. So it's pretty much an 11 or a 12 in order to either incur a mistaken attack or be subject to possible recall, which he elegantly passes, I believe, with 5. So there he goes. Now he rolls on the IFT for a 4-up-1 attack for the infantry, and that scores a task check only. I wonder why. 5-6 on the 4. Should have been a 1 check, but I passed it in any case. The unit that he's attacking is a 6-8. And at that point, regardless of the outcome of the attack, that unit is pinned. Oh, there I am. I did roll a morale check. Pinned. I roll on the IFT. The IFT would have been for my 2 firepower AA gun on the 2 table, I believe. So I needed a 4 less, and I got a 5, one more than I needed, which is probably no effect, I believe. Yeah. Anywho, again, here's my CMG fired. AA. And here comes the bomb to hit 10. Well, he's rolling on the 0 to 6 table because it's a point attack and by a Stuka dive bomber. So that's automatically a hit, more or less. But it's more than half of what he needed to roll to acquire the target. Therefore, it's resolved as a near miss. So on the there's 2 things involved here. So there is now your armor factors, your um, aerial armor factors, which Mark was kind enough to show me where the table was. So in my rat charts, it's table 7.11, and it's down here in the rat charts. Charlie 711. And with 8 firepower, actually 4 firepower factors, my aerial armor is only a 3. And the 150 HE bomb would have normally needed a 16 to kill. Half of 16 is 8, minus the 3 armor factors, because it's the aerial. He needs a 5. And he rolls a 3. And now that's a specific attack. Therefore, does not affect the infantry beneath it. They're already pinned, and that blows up the wreck of the armored fighting vehicle. I was right to call it a wreck. However, I do get crew survival. And in this case, a crew survival is not in place, and I kindly reminded him to get rid of the 150 bomb, because you only get to bomb once. Let's see, at what point? There it is. The 150 is gone. Flipped it over. Hey! Now the other tank that got blown up was here, because I decided to turn the turret around and make sure that this fellow would not run back to where he came from. He got blown up too. Need I do the example of the dive run? Nope. And over here, as you can see, the Russian tanks are large targets, denoted by the round red circle. So contrary to what your girlfriend might tell you, size doesn't matter, especially in advanced squad leader on the 2-hit table. So that was another feather in his hat in terms of being able to target that tank and blow it up. Game continues, guys. One day or another, I'm going to have an after-action report for this classic scenario, Breakout from Borisov, that was originally drafted for Cross of Iron. Cross of Iron is where is Cross of Iron? Whoa, right there. This place over here. That's the module we're talking about. And I believe it was converted to Advanced Squad Bridge, Jim Stoller. So I hope to have an after-action report drafted sometime probably in December or November. But in the meantime, do watch tomorrow's video. It is about how to read victory objectives more effectively And the following week, what I'm going to do is go over a scenario, I believe scenario 4, and what I'm going to cover there is, after reading the victory conditions, how to set up as the German player, the attacker, in order to be more effective. And after that, I hope to play a game of solo for scenario 4 from Beyond Valor, and show you guys what approach I use to play it solo, and we'll take it from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was rather short, 11 minutes, but I thought of doing a follow-up about air support, and also do check out my esteemed colleague's YouTube video that is part 2 of air support. He's out from Renfrew. I thought he was in British Columbia, but he's about, I don't know, 3 hours away from here. So do check out Rob's video on spotting rounds, ASL spotting rounds, and have yourselves a great Labor Day weekend. Take care.